Hello, this is my English speaking practice, and I'm talking about my personal development. Today, I'm going to introduce network feature because I've almost completed the implementation of the core features. Okay, so this is a network. This is a network version. I want to show you the default version. The net game main scene. And maybe the CPU plays plankton on the grid. So now I the hand is not changed, so I cannot show you the predation. There are just plankton, shark, and plankton. So, and the shark is like, shark's shape is like this. Now I can predate the planktons by playing the shark. This is a basic mechanism. I haven't implement detailed features. But it's okay. I will move on to the network features because that is very important. So right now I'm going to work on network implementations, and for networking I created a new scene, network game main, and this is copied from game main scene, and it is based on the previous scene. But the difference is there is a network manager, and it manages the network states, and the basic concept is a host client model. So that is like this. The host client and joined client will be connected directly. It uses relay server, although so which means we don't have we don't need to implement or we don't need to set up server for the game logic. Yeah, the Unity relay server is only Unity relay server is needed, and the game process will be executed on host client side. So yeah, we don't need to set up the server. So currently the implementation is like this. For example, this is handle creature placement attempted. It means the player plays a card, and in this handler it updates the model, and after that it updates the view. But this is the game state, so it means this is a global state. So what I want to say is host client plays a server role. So this module have a responsibility to manage game state. Yeah. So in this code base there should be two types of code for host client and joined client, right? And host client handles handle game states, and join client connected to host client and it calls the RPC, and host client also call client RPC in order to update the client views. Yeah. So so the migration plan is migration plan is like this. I will create a network directory for explicit separate the code for global and local. So in the network directory, it handles global states and it notify the clients. Yeah. So the overview is like this. In the host side, let me explain. The current architecture is like this. The controller handle the all processes, and this is event-driven architecture, and it connected to game event system, and game event system listen to events, and controller can call handler based on the event happened, and handler uses services for business logic, and the manager classes can update model, and model means game states or turn context states, and in this project the game state means global states, and turn context states means local states, such as selected creatures or selected layers, or something like that. The information about the players. And manager classes, only manager classes can update the models, and the handler, after update models, it also updates view by display manager. This is also a manager class, but it for view. And the UI component is corresponding to the UI game object, and it can detect the user inputs, and in the view code, it can emit the event, and the emitted event sent to the game event system, and it calls a new flow from the controller. This is a current architecture. That's a offline version. And right now I want to change like this, and controller and network game event system. So this module, but actually I don't know the detail. This is just a plan, so I'm not sure it works, but I'm going to go with this. And network game event system, it is similar to game event system, but this module can detect the event from the client over network, right? So and it also of course it can detect the event from the local, so this module can listen all of the events, and controller call a network handler manager, and there is three types of handler. The first one is global model handler. It is for host, because this handler manage the global model. Yeah, global model is game states. So it's like it should be managed in the server side. Yeah. So for example, ocean layers, which means grid information, and players and player. How is the player's hand, or yeah, like that. And current player. This is about term management. Yeah, this is a global model, and it equals to game states. We call game states. Yeah, and the global model handler can use services for business logic, and we can reuse the services like this. This is a business logic, so it is not related to networking. So it's loose coupling architecture, so we can reuse services. Yeah. And the manager, yeah, we also have a game manager, and this manages the game states, and only game manager class can update, mutate the game state directory. So I believe this module can reuse, but I'm not sure. Yeah, but I believe, yeah. So yeah, I hope I can reuse without changing any changes. And local module handler, this is for manage the local model. It's it is called a turn context, because it have properties like selected creature or selected layer, drag state. Yeah, this is about players operations or UI manipulation to state. Yeah, like that. So this module is instantiate for each client. Yeah. So this so the separating these handlers is most important migration for networking. And the third one is view handler. This is for view management, and it has a display manager. Display manager is managing UI components, and there are 3 types of display manager. And display manager manages the UI components like this, and these components can communicate with each other. So the host client, when the host client detects the new events, the controller calls the network handler manager and updates the global state based on the event, and then update the local model handler if required. And after that, update the view by view handler. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, this makes sense to me. And the UI components can detect the user input. So if it if it needs to notify the server, it calls a server RPC. This means the event is emitted to network game event system. So this is this is called server RPC, remote procedure call. That said, not a remote, because this is in the same devices. Yeah, right. This is a host side, and the client side just don't need to update the game state, because the game state is managed by the host side. So it just listen for local game event. So the module is game event system, but it needed to listen from server side. So this can receive the event from the server side, and the remaining part is similar to host side, and there is controller, and it calls network handler manager. Yeah, the network is not needed actually, but we want to use the same module for efficient development. So the module is the same, but it's not host, so the global model handler is deactivated, so we don't use global model handler. Local model handler is required because this is specific for client, and this is also same. This is for view, so yeah, this is the same. And when the event is happened, it need to send to the host side, so it calls server RPC over network. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. The basic flow is like this. The client inputs happens, server RPC is called, and in the host side it verify the request and execute some processes for updating, and after the update the game states, it needed to notify, so it calls a client RPC, and in the client side it can update view. That's it. So right now I'm going to introduce the network features, but I'm a beginner of Unity, so this is my first time, and I don't know how to do that. This is a document written by GenAI Claude Code, so I'm going to go with this. And the networking directory is also created like this, but I don't know this this modules for what this module is. This is a network player, and it seems to be initialized for each client, and it have a network variable. Player ID is ready and is host, and network behavior. Let me see this abstract class. So this is I'm not sure. Network manager is a built-in class. Start host on GUI. This module seems to be a test module, just checking for network features. Yeah. Okay, I see. So let me see the documents. The simple network manager and okay, let me build and run, and yeah, maybe I need to run two processes for testing, because yeah, there is host side and client side. So build and run, it runs server side, host side. Build and run, where it is build and run. I think build is command shift B. Yeah, this is it. And build and run. Okay, and I needed to add yeah, this is nice. So I just added a network game main scene. This is the scene for networking, so this is good. But how to I changed the index index 3 for network game main scene, so the game main scene is replaced to network game main scene as index 3, and I changed, so, and in the Mac OS build and run. Save us. Host client. I should have removed unused scenes. The build is build completed with a result of failed. 2 errors, maybe this and this. And the type or namespace name Android does not exist in the namespace. Handler manager. I have maybe this. I have unused imports, and building player because scripts had compiler errors. Scripts. I don't know. Building player. Running burst compiler. It's going good. Oh, launch. It launch. What it is? This is a sample game. How to exit this code. So maybe the default index is set to this scene, so this is, I don't know how to play this game, so I will finish. Okay, I maybe I don't know why the maybe index 0 is the default scene, so I move the network game main scene to index 0, and I can remove all other scenes, and I will go with this. Replace. The build is faster than before. Yeah. Okay. And this is a host client, and this is a network debug panel. Yeah. And start host and start client. Okay. So I will start client side. And start host. Start client. No transport has been selected. Okay. Maybe this. You have no transport selected. A transport is required for netcode to work. Which one do you want? None. So I don't know this error, so I will ask. Network transport is needed. Let's add Unity transport. And Unity MCP is working. So it says add a component to a game object in opened playable scene. And Unity netcode transports UTP Unity transport. What's going on? Not one game on network manager. Network manager is already network manager's instance ID is changed. So let's use the new instance ID for Unity Transport. Okay. Success. Added component Unity Netcode Transport UTP. Modify game object in open perhaps or in the scene. Let's go. Populate field and save the scene. Oh, it is network debug scene. Added it network debug scene as well. Okay. Okay. Mm. Oh, this is network debug scene. Network game means okay, and I should rebuild good. And start host and start client. Oh, connected client. Nice. And okay. Let me see the I want to see this debug log. Yeah, the game is not integrated with networking, so I think start client. Game controller found. I want to see the log. The view is not changed because it's not connected to the game logics. So, okay, that's it. I will finish. But, okay, nice. The network connection is established. I confirmed it. So, the phase 0 is completed. So, I'm gonna integrate the networking to the game logics. So, but it's almost 50 minutes. So it's time to finish. Time to finish this stream. That's it. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.